Raimo Pedersen is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The out lap is like the opening chapter of a book. It sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car's responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Anglesey National.
There's the first flying lap for Mike O'Hagan, hitting 1:16.881. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Mate, these drivers aren't just burning rubber for the fun of it. They're chasing the ghost, that perfect lap that's always just out of reach.
Absolutely. Back in my racing days, I used to call it chasing the dragon. It's that feeling when you know there's still a little more in the tank, a fraction of a second to be found.
So, for those tuning in and wondering what's the go with these practice sessions, well, it ain't just about flexing their engines. It's about synergy, mate. Getting the driver, the car, and the track to sing in harmony.
Couldn't have put it better. We liken it to rehearsing a dance. Every step, every turn must be practiced until it's second nature on the big stage.
Renault 99's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 1:17.546. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Sunrider has a best lap time of 1:19.570. Mike posted 1:16.936 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Raimo Pedersen posted a 1:18.723 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 12 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Get ready for some high-octane action as the drivers take on the challenge of qualifying at Anglesey National. Renault 99 is on their out lap. Incredible performance by Renault 99 so far. They have been the benchmark in this qualification session, consistently setting fast lap times and securing the top spot. It's a commanding position for them, and their rivals will be chasing their tail. Raimo Pedersen has put in a great effort and currently holds second. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Raimo Pedersen's current position of second is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
And there goes Zhou Ergu, currently in position 3. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
Absolutely, Rob. Jorg Yu has shown great potential to secure third. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
It's a dominant performance from Renault 99 in this qualification session. They have shown exceptional form and are leading the way. Their confidence is shining through, and they are proving why they are considered one of the best in the business. Renault 99 has completed their outlap. Impressive work from Raimo Pedersen, who has claimed second on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. What a performance from Zhou Ergu. They currently occupy 5th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable? Zhou Ergu has completed their outlap. Currently in second, Renault 99 has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. A solid qualifying performance by Sunrider, positioning them in 4th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. Sunrider has just completed that lap in 1:18.228. Their best lap so far is 1:18.228. Putting them in P3. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? Raimo Pedersen has secured a respectable fourth in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
Spot on analysis, Rob. Raimo Pedersen has positioned themselves well in fourth. It's now
Raimo Pedersen has completed their first flying lap in 1:18.414. Incredible drive by Joe Ergu so far, earning him fifth on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
You're spot on, Rob. Jorg Yu's current position of fifth is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
A solid performance from Renault 99 as they currently hold position 2. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. Renault 99's really showing what they're made of, landing in first during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
Mike has positioned themselves well in second during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. There's a real buzz in the air as Mike O'Hagan secures second.
Right you are, Rob. They've put themselves in a solid spot, but they can't let up now. Staying smooth and focused is key to shaving off those extra fractions. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
A mesmerizing display from Renault 99 in this qualifying session. They have left everyone in awe with their speed and precision. Currently leading the pack, they are setting the standard and sending a clear message to their competitors.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Renault 99 is displaying an exceptional level of skill and confidence. They are in a class of their own and have taken control of this qualification session.
And there goes Joe Ergu, currently in position 5. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result. Joe Ergu has just completed a lap in 1:19.390. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. Impressive display by Sunrider, currently sitting in position 3. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. Impressive work from Raimo Pedersen, who has claimed fourth on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Currently in third, Sunrider has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. What a performance from Mike! They currently occupy second on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favorable starting spot?
Great analysis, Rob. Mike has shown excellent pace to secure second. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
Sunrider has put in a great effort and currently holds third. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Sunrider has positioned themselves impressively in third. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
It's an impressive showing by Zhou Ergu, currently in fifth. They've showcased their talent, but looks like Zhou Ergu is making a statement, securing a spot in fifth.
Yep, Rob, but there's always room for improvement. Smooth, consistent laps might just be the key to climbing even higher before this session wraps up. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
A solid performance from Sunrider as they currently hold position 3. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move. With Sunrider now sitting pretty in third, they have got to be feeling good.
True, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
A solid qualifying performance by Zhou Ergu, positioning them in fifth at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
Spot-on analysis, Rob. Ergu has positioned themselves well in fifth. It's now crucial for them to maintain their focus and defend their position in the upcoming race.
It's a stellar performance from Zhou Ergu, clinching fifth.
They're in a great spot, Rob, but in qualifying, complacency can be your worst enemy. They need to keep pushing the limits while staying cool under pressure.
Mike has positioned themselves well in second during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. A strong showing from Zhou Ergu as they currently sit in fifth. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Ergu's current position of fifth is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
Impressive work from Mike, who has claimed second on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
You're absolutely right, Rob. O'Hagan's current position of second reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
Incredible drive by Smells Like We so far, earning him sixth on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? Seems like Smells Like We's struggling to find the sweet spot with their Citeron C1 racing. Sitting in sixth with a time of 1:19.160, they might want to consider adjusting the suspension setup for better handling.
Yeah, tuning the suspension could improve cornering stability, Rob. It's all about finding that balance between agility and stability on a technical track like this.
Zhou Ergu has secured a respectable fifth in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
Absolutely, Rob. Ergu has put in a remarkable effort to secure fifth. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Zhou Ergu will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
Smells Like We has put in a great effort and currently holds 6th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Smells Like We's clocking in at 118.586 isn't turning heads just yet. They're holding on to 6th, but with time running out, it's now or never.
They've got the skill, Rob, but they need to translate that into lap times. It's time to throw caution to the wind and go all out.
What a performance from Smells Like We. They currently occupy 6th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favorable starting spot? We're in Great Britain today for what promises to be an unforgettable race at Anglesey National. The drivers have been talking about this one for weeks. Renault 99 will be looking to convert their pole position into a win. The second position belongs to Mike O'Hagan.
The English driver will be focused on a good result from here.
Our third place starter for today's race is none other than Raimo Pedersen. And in 4th place, we have Sunrider. Taking the 5th spot is Zhou Ergu. On the 6th grid slot we have Smells Like We.
But they're going to have to time their moves just right if they want to come out on top.
A clarion call to action has been sounded, and our heroes and heroines face the opening gauntlet. With cars in such intimate proximity, the ever-present risk of a calamitous twist beckons.
This is where the real action begins. The drivers will be jostling for position and trying to gain any advantage they can.
Absolutely, it's a crucial part of the race, and the drivers will need to be on top of it to make it through here unscathed.
The first sector is always a bit of a nail-biter. With so many cars bunched together, one small mistake can be disastrous.
They'll need to keep their wits about them and stay focused if they want to come out of this section unscathed. This is going to be one hell of a race, I can already feel it. As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race.
Well, butter my cornbread, smells like Wheeze playing it cool and steady. Maybe they're just enjoying the beautiful Anglesey National here at Anglesey National. Can't blame them.
It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today.
I am so excited at the prospects for this race. I can't wait to see the drama unfold.
The intensity is off the charts as Raimo Pedersen hounds Renault 99, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
That's right, Rob. The pressure is palpable. The fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see who will come out on top in this epic showdown.
Great driving from Raimo Pedersen, who has just gained a place and moved up to second. Who needs speed dating when you've got Renault 99 chasing down Raimo Pedersen this eagerly? Move over Tinder, this is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour.
It's a fine line between pushing the car to its limits and losing control. Renault 99 is really walking that tightrope.
It's been a solid race so far for Renault 99. They're holding their position and keeping a steady pace. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Jorg Yu is chasing Renault 99 in P3.
Dang, Jorg Yu's chasing Renault 99 like a Southern belle after a gentleman with a fat wallet. This is racier than a late-night movie marathon.
Struth, Sunrider's having a real dog's breakfast of a moment. Creaky, Jorg Yu's sticking to Renault 99 like Vegemite on toast. This is more tense than a possum in headlights.
The gap between them is just over 0.4 seconds. Can Jorg Yu close that gap and get back in range? I can't see it happening at this point.
Remember the days when manual gear shifting was the norm? It's all so computerized and sleek now.
Oh, the memories. But I must admit, I do admire the finesse of today's paddle shifters. Gives me a whole new level of appreciation for the blend of man, machine, and tech.
This is a thrilling battle as Raimo Pedersen edges closer to Mike in their fight for P1. Alright, hold on a second. Looks like O'Hagan forgot they weren't at Bondi Beach, taking a dive like that.
Whoops, Mike is going to be kicking themselves.
Ladies and gents, we've got ourselves a high-speed pursuit. Raimo Pedersen is stalking Mike's every move. It looks like Raimo Pedersen is making a move. The gap to Mike is now down to 0.6 seconds.
The way Raimo Pedersen's conserving their energy while managing the ERS deployment? Pure artistry. They're sneaking up on Mike like a quiet storm.
Sunrider's so far off pace, they might be better off in a hearse. At least then someone would be pushing from behind.
Watching Sunrider right now is like reliving my high school track meets. A for effort, D for speed.
You can feel the rumble from here. Raimo Pedersen's in the thick of it, and they're not letting go. It's a battle of wills, and only the strongest will come out on top.
Yeah, it's like the final lap of the Daytona 500. Pedal to the metal, eyes on the prize, and no room for error. This is what racing's all about.
I've been going over some historical stats, and the lap records at Anglesey National have been shattered so many times.
It's a testament to the ever-evolving world of motorsport. What was once considered fast becomes the norm, and drivers and engineers are always pushing the envelope.
Blimey, Raimo Pedersen's more eager to catch Mike than a bloke at the bar at last call. Hope he's got the stamina for this chase. I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind? Even I'm not that self-sabotaging. You ever see a croc stalking its prey? That's the energy Raimo Pedersen's bringing right now, ready to strike when the moment's right.
Kinda reminds me of a linebacker waiting for that perfect moment to make a game-changing tackle. The anticipation is intense, and Raimo Pedersen's not letting up.
Someone's revved up after lunch. Raimo Pedersen's blitzed ahead, claiming first.
Impressive. Raimo Pedersen is really showing their skill and determination out there.
It's a dynamic landscape out there. Raimo Pedersen's shift to second is testament to that. Raimo Pedersen is locked in, mate. It's like watching a kangaroo chasing down that last bit of green in the outback. Every move is calculated, every turn precise.
You said it, Rob. Over here, it'd be like a quarterback eyeing that end zone in the final seconds. Raimo Pedersen is hungry for that top spot, and you can feel it.
You reckon Mike's got a shot, mate?
I'd say it's like trying to throw a football into a moving pickup truck from 50 yards. Tough, but not impossible.
Fair dinkum, mate. Mike O'Hagan's got to pull their socks up. They're dawdling around like they're lost in the outback while Raimo Pedersen's blazing the trail. A solid performance from Renault 99, who is holding down third.
That's right. They can't afford to make any mistakes or let up in their performance. Every point counts in this championship.
It's as intense as a Barbie in midsummer out there for Mike. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
Aussies love a good underdog story. Any dark horses you're keeping an eye on for this race?
Well, every rodeo has its wild card. I've got a couple names in mind, but I'll keep them close to the vest for now.
Look at O'Hagan trying to close that gap on Raimo Pedersen. Kind of like me trying to get close to a decent Barbie back home.
Barbie? Oh, you mean a barbecue. Yeah, but over here it's like trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party.
Everyone's on the edge of their seats. Or in my case, on the edge of spilling my coffee. Joe Ergu is getting closer to Renault 99, and I'm getting closer to needing a towel.
Indeed, the tension is palpable as Jorg Yu tries to reel in Renault 99. But Renault 99 is not making it easy, maintaining a consistent pace. Can Jorg Yu find some extra pace to bring the fight to Renault 99?
The chase music's playing in Mike O'Hagan's head as they reel in Raimo Pedersen, moment by nail-biting moment. Struth, Mike's lap time's slower than a roux with a limp. Wonder if they've had a few too many frothies last night? Raimo Pedersen's not waiting around to find out. As Renoper 99 trails Mike O'Hagan, it's a bit reminiscent of my cat chasing a laser point. Determined, but always just a tad behind. Reminds me of two wombats fighting for the best burrow. Close, intense, and unpredictable.
Oh, this is gripping. With every lap, Mike's drawing closer to that lead spot. They're both battling tire to tire.
If I were the leader, I'd be checking my mirrors every blink of an eye. Things are looking as crook as Rookwood for Mike, lagging behind Raimo Pedersen and the gap stretching out like a long country road. They'll need to find some extra grunt to flip this situation. Oh mate, smells like we's more out of place than a vegan at a Bunnings sausage sizzle. Time to throw another gear on the barbie. Smells like we and Joe Ergu have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 17.0 seconds now. We've certainly seen some of the drivers get it wrong today.
Anyone lost can just follow the trail of skid marks. I hear it's the latest form of GPS navigation.
Let's hope the other drivers don't follow suit. We might end up with a bumper car race instead of a high-speed competition.
At least we'd have something to fall back on if we ever get bored of regular racing. Bumper cars might be the next big thing.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Mike is closing in on Raimo Pedersen.
Sweet tea and biscuits. Mike's got the pedal to the metal, chasing down Raimo Pedersen like it's the last slice of pie at a family reunion.
Mike's falling behind Raimo Pedersen at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close that gap. You know, racing is all about strategy. It's like choosing between a sausage sizzle and a meat pie.
Sausage? Sizzle? Why not just grab a burger and call it a day? But I get your point. Strategy is everything out here.
The pressure is on for Mike as they try to catch up to Raimo Pedersen. Mate, Joe Ergu's got a stretch ahead that's longer than the Nullarbor. Going to need more than a tinny to bridge that expanse.
It's like fishing without bait right now. They're not going to catch much at this rate. Races are the ballads of the asphalt. They ebb, flow, and crescendo. And just when you think the melody's predictable, comes the surprise note.
The gap between Joe Ergu and Renoper 99 is expanding faster than a bull's waistline. It's now a whopping 17.6 seconds. The pursuit is on. Mike is closing the gap on Raimo Pedersen, determined to claim P1. By the looks of it, Mike in second is keen to throw another shrimp on the barbie and crank up the heat on Raimo Pedersen. Hold on to your stubbies.
It's a dance of titans, a symphony of engines, and Mike's tempo is rising.
Not just about the leaders today, right? Even the tailenders. They're like hungry dingo pups fighting over a bone. Love the spirit.
Spot on. Every second is gold, and even a hiccup, a tiny one, can make them tumble. Assetto Corsa, friends. Where the magic happens. Although, between us, what's a hiccup for an AI? Yes, but they have to keep their focus and drive with intensity. There's still a long way to go in this race.
Looks like Mike is really pushing it to the limit. They're taking those curbs aggressively, but that can unsettle the car and cause handling issues.
Indeed, taking too much curb can upset the car's balance, leading to oversteer or understeer. It's all about finding the right balance between speed and control.
Good news for Mike, the gap to Raimo Pedersen has decreased. It's now down to 0.3 seconds. Blimey, Raimo Pedersen is playing a tight game of footy on this track. O'Hagan's got the ball, but no clear shot at the goal just yet.
Remember those old Western standoffs? Well, Raimo Pedersen's playing the cowboy today, and O'Hagan's trying to outdraw them.
Mike's in an exciting position at second. They've been maintaining pace for a few laps now, and with the leader just within a whisper's distance, things are heating up.
Absolutely. I think you would say it's tighter than a kangaroo in a sleeping bag up there. But yeah, every little decision now is crucial. One slip from the leader and our champ in second might just steal that top spot.
You'd think Renault 99 is trying to find water in the outback with that gap. A miracle, or Mike's blunder, might be the only savior.
I reckon it's like looking for a needle in a haystack right now. Anything can happen yet, and it usually does. I've certainly seen drivers come back from worse.
Oi, Renault 99's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curbs smoother than a croc sliding into water. Mike O'Hagan's got a battle ahead. You Americans have your drive-throughs. Here, Mike's trying to make this a drive past on Raimo Pedersen.
Well, let's see if they can supersize that pass, or if they'll just get a side of disappointment.
The gap between Mike and Raimo Pedersen is fading faster than the last rays of the outback sun. You know, Renault 99 reminds me of my dating life. Starts with promise, ends up tailing behind everyone else. Mate, Renault 99's creeping up on Mike like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear.
Renault 99's suspension setup's really letting them carry speed into the apex, catching up to Mike O'Hagan like molasses in winter.
The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Mike's inching ever closer to Raimo Pedersen.
It's all about finding the perfect opportunity. Mike needs to stay patient and wait for Raimo Pedersen to make a mistake.
Would ya look at that? Mike's thrown down the gauntlet. Raimo Pedersen, you gonna pick that up or just admire the view from behind? Superman is owning the tarmac, confidently owning the 7th spot. Look, it's not always the fireworks on track that win the race. Superman is playing it cool, holding their cards close.
And that's what separates the pros from the rookies. Superman knows when to push and when to play it safe. It's a dance, and they've got the rhythm.
Raimo Pedersen wants to close that gap with Mike.
And they are poised to capitalize on any mistake, but who's going to make that mistake first?
An impressive showing from Raimo Pedersen, who has gained positions and left Mike O'Hagan in the dust. This is like the state of origin for Mike, going full tilt, gunning for the top, and not holding back.
And on my end, it's the Super Bowl vibes all over. Inches away from glory, and every move counts. Hold on to your hats, folks, this is racing at its finest.
It's pedal to the metal for Mike, while Raimo Pedersen's still flipping through the radio channels. Stone the Crows. Mike's pulled a sneaky, landing at second. Always a surprise with them.
Such position changes can be deceptive. It might look like a setback for Mike, but seasoned viewers know better. The race is far from over.
Mike O'Hagan is giving it their all as they chase down Raimo Pedersen in P1.
They say pressure makes diamonds. Well, Mike's shining bright, closing in with every heartbeat.
On the final lap now, and Raimo Pedersen looks like they might just wrap up this win.
You got this, keep your cool.
It's all over. Raimo Pedersen has claimed victory in this race with a stunning drive that will be remembered for years to come. Clearly at the top of their game right now.
You can see the sheer determination on Raimo Pedersen's face as they take the win. That's the mark of a true champion, folks.
Impressive second-place finish for Mike.
Intense race, but Mike held their nerve and earned a great second place.
Impressive drive from Renault 99 to claim the final spot on the podium.
What a drive, well-deserved spot on the podium with that performance.
Superman end in 7th. Taking 6th is Joe Ergue. 4th sees Smells Like We. With Sunrider in 5th. We're racing a little closer to home today, here in Great Britain. Anglesey National is our venue, and it's one these drivers love. Let's get ready to see how they perform here.
You can feel the excitement building in the air. This is going to be a great race, and I'm looking forward to seeing the drivers push themselves to the limit on this challenging track.
Superman has got the inside track starting from pole position. It's all happening, tensions high as they go around the first bend. It's more packed than Bondi on a summer's day, one blue and it could be curtains.
Y'all, this is where the rubber meets the road. Them drivers gonna be hustling to snag the best spot.
You ain't kiddin', gotta be sharper than a hickory stick to come out clean on this stretch.
This first bit always got me on the edge of my seat. Bunch of cars all jumbled up, one little hiccup and it's lights out.
Yep, gotta keep your eyes peeled and your hands steady on that wheel. Stone the crows. Superman's taken off like a mad kookaburra. Reckon the others are wondering where that bolt came from.
I tell ya, that's the kind of move that'll turn heads. Let's hope they don't bite off more than they can chew. With a start like that, Superman might be looking to add a few more fans to their cheering section today.
The racing is normally closely fought here at Anglesey National. I think we are in for a cracking race. Oi, that's rough. Starting off at 1 and now at 6, Superman is going to have to play some serious catch-up at Anglesey. The gap between Superman and Sunrider is widening. It's now up to 0.6 seconds. You reckon these drivers do any off-track training? Maybe a bit of kangaroo boxing?
Haha, if they do, sign me up. But I think most stick to wrestling with the steering wheel.
Oi, Raimo Pedersen's giving it a red-hot go in third. Just a few kangaroo hops behind Mike. Might see a cheeky move soon. Well, ain't this a ding-dong battle? Sunrider is putting up the barriers like I do when my mates want to borrow the ute. No way through, Joe Ergue. Struth, Sunrider has been left out in the never-never, with Joe Ergue darting past like a roo in the headlights.
Yep, looks like Sunrider missed the hoedown memo, while Jorgu's dancing right up front. They've been focusing so hard on maintaining their position, and now they've slipped back in the field. Meanwhile, Jorgu has been making some great moves and is now on the charge.
This is edge-of-the-seat stuff. Superman is relentlessly hunting down Sunrider. Who'll blink first?
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Superman needs to be careful not to overdo it.
Oh, this is getting intense. Mike is just behind Renoper 99. It's looking good for Mike, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Renault 99. Renault 99 wants to find a way round Raimo Pedersen.
Do they have the speed for a move, and more importantly, do they have the talent?
Well, I'd raise a toast to that move. Cheers to Renault 99 for nabbing second.
You can't argue with results like that. Renault 99.
Hold up a mo. Well, crikey. Superman's taken a detour just like I did when I tried to change my car's oil. Ended up with a flooded garage. Things are heating up as Sunrider tries to close the gap to Superman. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
You know, Rob, I wouldn't put it past Raimo Pedersen to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this duel. Keep those eyes peeled.
Raimo Pedersen is in the flow, putting in their best lap so far. Superman has the pedal to the metal, chasing Sunrider. Now, this is a challenging position for Superman, stuck between a rock and a hard place, with Complex closing in 0.1 seconds behind and Sunrider just ahead with a gap of 0.2 seconds. It's a battle of wills out there, with Raimo Pedersen trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Superman. Sorry to cut in here. Whoops. Sunrider's taken more spins than a dead or alive record.
Anglesey National is always a test for these drivers, and sometimes that's the way it goes.
There's a storm brewing, and it's got Joe Ergu's name on it. Superman, batten down the hatches, it's coming for you.
In the theater of speed, this is the climax. Every move is a headline, every overtake a potential plot twist.
Someone should tell Superman this ain't a Sunday drive. Joe Ergu's tearing up the track.
Yes, but Yorgu can't rest on their laurels. They have to keep pushing to consolidate their position.
Superman is placed 5th at the moment.
They say racing's a game of nerves, and Superman's surely holding theirs, keeping that 5th spot warm.
Wow, it's a close race for first. Mike O'Hagan is ahead with Renault 99 right on their tail with a gap of only 0.3 seconds.
Someone shook the board?
Seems so. Mike's taken a slide, but knowing them, it's just a part of the dance. The track is alive with action, and right in the thick of it, we've got Joe Ergu cruising in 4th.
Spot on, Rob. Still waters run deep, and even if it looks calm now, Yorgu needs to maintain that razor-sharp edge.
Superb driving from Mike, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. Watching Smells Like We try to close that gap on Mike O'Hagan is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes. Well, I'll be a monkey's Uncle Hal, but Smells Like We's plans have gone walkabout right now. They're having a proper Barry Crocker keeping up with Mike. You ever miss the roar of engines, Hal?
Every single day, Rob. But we've got the next best thing, dissecting every nuance of these races and sharing our digital wisdom with the world.
Stone the Crows. Superman's in 5th, but if I know them, Joe Ergu's gonna cop an Aussie-style sneak attack real soon.
The tension between Superman and Yorgu is palpable as they battle for P4. No doubt, both drivers know that one mistake could cost them the position. It's a test of nerves as much as skill.
G'day viewers. If you're just tuning in, you've picked a ripper of a moment. Mike is in 2nd and they're tailgating the leader. This is edge of your seat stuff.
You bet, Rob. It's like the leader's got a drop bear in the rearview mirror, lurking, waiting for that perfect moment to drop. Mike is surely smelling opportunity here.
Mate, are they packing something extra down under? O'Hagan's just rocketed into first.
You know, back in Carolina, we say, go big or go home. Looks like Mike took that to heart, hitting first.
Renopa 99 seems to be putting the pressure on Mike O'Hagan. It may seem like Superman is far behind, but Joe Ergu can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Superman an opening to catch up. A strategic misstep perhaps? Joe Ergu's place has shifted to fifth. The plot thickens. Blimey, Raimo Pedersen veered off the track like I veer away from commitment. Maybe they'll come back, unlike my ex. Oh, this is getting intense. Renopa 99 is just a few car lengths behind Mike.
With just 0.6 seconds between them, will Renopa 99 be able to keep up the pace and make a pass?
The gap between Renopa 99 and Mike is growing. It's now up to 0.9 seconds. You ever ponder how these drivers manage the heat, especially in the tight cockpit? It's hotter than a ruse pouch in midday sun.
Eh? Ruse what? I mean, yeah, it's gotta be like driving in Arizona with the heater on, right?
I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Joe Ergu and Superman. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning.
Shoot, Rob, you ever seen a hound chase a rabbit? That's your you for ya, trying to close in on Superman with every twist and turn of
Hold on a moment, oi.
Is it just me or?
Nah, mate, Joe Ergu really just took the scenic route through the outback of Anglesey National. Crikey. The crowd is on tenterhooks as Renopa 99 in second chases after Mike O'Hagan. The gap is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Can Renopa 99 find a way to catch up? Oi, smells like we tried to pull a Steve Irwin and wrestle with the track limits. Track 1, smells like we 0. Cricky, Joe Ergu's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecue when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate. Tyre degradations are right pain in the ass, but Joe Ergu's handling it like a champ. Getting real up close and personal with Sunrider, aren't they? Any bloke or Sheila saying Assetto Corsa friends isn't top notch is a few kangaroos short of the top paddock. Out there, it's art. Art. On wheels.
Totally get you, like, they're born racers. That weaving, the speed? Just mesmerizing. It's like watching a roo dodging a ute on a highway. All skill, mate, all skill.
Superman's lead over Sunrider is shrinking quicker than a cheap shirt in a hot wash. We're down to 3.8 seconds. Alright, I've gotta ask, ever tried Vegemite?
Tried it once. Reminded me of NASCAR rubber mixed with axle grease. But hey, to each their own.
In a race where seconds count, Sunrider is counting on less of them between themselves and Superman. Much like I'm counting on less seconds until lunchtime.
I've seen funeral processions move faster than Sunrider right now. Come to think of it, at least they've got a destination in mind.
It's game on now. Sunrider has closed the gap to Superman. It's now down to 0.3 seconds. Big gains for Sunrider as they move up the field, leaving Superman behind.
Yes, but they have to keep pushing hard. This race is far from over, and anything can happen. Sunrider needs to stay focused and keep driving with skill and determination.
Fair dinkum, I reckon Superman's got that thirsty look in his eyes. Wants to share a cold one with Sunrider in the front. Whoa, Superman's on fire, leaving skid marks and Sunrider's hopes behind.
Definitely, but there's still a long way to go in this race, and anything can happen. Superman needs to keep driving with focus and intensity.
The stretch ahead of Sunrider is more baffling than a kangaroo's logic in a trivia contest. They'll need both wit and whimsy to chart a course through.
Looks like trying to square dance on a slick floor, but there's rhythm yet to be found. Hold your horses there, races can flip like pancakes on a Sunday morning. Sunrider's just got to keep the fire burning and the rubber turning.
It's looking good for Joe Ergue, sitting in 6th.
Hold on to your hat, Hal.
Raimo Pedersen is hot on the heels of Joe Ergue. The gap's narrowed down to a meager 8.2 seconds. These engines aren't just humming for fun. They're thirstier than an Aussie after a game of cricket in the sun.
Cricket? That's like baseball with longer games, right? Anyway, these engines do have a roar that could rival any muscle car back home.
You'd reckon Joe Ergue was tracing the shadows of ancient Dreamtime stories with that sprawling distance ahead. It's a trek that rivals the tales of old bunyip chasers.
Feels like they're chasing moonshine dreams in broad daylight, doesn't it? But every now and then, the dream becomes real.
As of now, Smells Like We stands tall in the 3rd spot. Oh no, Hal, look at this. Superman is closing in on Smells Like We. The gap is now just 17.4 seconds. As vast as the azure stretches of the Great Barrier Reef, so does Sunrider's path ahead, filled with mystique and myriad challenges.
Kind of reminds me of fishing in the vast Carolina blue. A big catch might just be a castaway. You know, in Carolina, we say the sun sets slow but dreams light up fast. Here's hoping Sunrider finds that spark before the final lap.
Sunrider is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Superman at the moment. You reckon Raimo Pedersen saw a spider in the cockpit? 'Cause they're running away from the front like it's Huntsman Central. Hang on to your cork hats, mates, we're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Raimo Pedersen and Joe Ergue. Tell me, mate, ever tried doing a Sorry to cut in here, Raimo Pedersen just blitzed past Joe Ergue like they were standing still.
Absolutely, Rob, but there's still a long way to go in this race, and Raimo Pedersen can't afford to get complacent. They have to keep driving with intensity and focus.
While Raimo Pedersen is not under immediate threat from Joe Ergue, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position. Superman is placed 4th at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Sunrider, who is 1.8 seconds behind.
Oi, Sunrider, better crank up that Walkman and put on some tunes. At this rate, you'll be catching up to Superman by the encore.
Well, looky here, Hal, Sunrider is closing in on Superman. We're talking a gap of breaking update. Well, if it isn't Renault 99, the wild wallaby of the track, hopping right off the tarmac.
Well, butter my biscuit. Renault 99 took a trip to the weeds. Must have thought they were at a barn dance the way they spun around.
Good on ya, Joe Ergue, trailin' so far back, reckon the front pack has already written the eulogy. Let's talk about tire degradation. Hal, how does it affect the car's handling and what do drivers need to do to adapt to the changing conditions?
Tire degradation can significantly impact handling, Rob. As the tires wear, the grip reduces, and drivers need to adjust their braking points, cornering speeds, and throttle application to maintain control of the car.
The gap might be more than a second, but Sunrider is showing persistence. Kind of like me trying to open a pickle jar. Keep it, and something's got to give. I swear, Sunrider's on the prowl, making that leap to fourth look as easy as a Sunday Arvo barbecue.
Absolutely. Sunrider is really putting on a clinic out there, and they're making it look easy.
One thing I admire about Assetto Corsa friends is the sense of community. It's not just about the competition, it's about coming together, sharing knowledge, and pushing the boundaries of the sport.
You nailed it. Every time they hit the track, it's a culmination of shared experiences, lessons learned, and an undying passion for the sport. It's heartwarming and exhilarating all at once.
Raimo Pedersen has a mountain to climb at the moment to close that gap with Superman. I expect their only hope at this point is that Superman makes an error. Raimo Pedersen's been working the tyre temps, and it's paying off. Grip's better than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Watch out, Superman. It's all systems go for Smells Like We, marking their territory in the third. Impressive driving from Smells Like We, who has managed to extend their lead over Sunrider. They are walking away at this point. Does Sunrider have anything in reserve? Or are they saving their car for a final push?
Well, Rob, it's like they say, slow and steady wins the race. But in this case, it seems like slow and steady might just be too slow. Will Sunrider be able to find that extra gear and catch up to Smells Like We? Or will they end up saving their car for nothing and run out of gas at the finish line? Smells Like We's stronger out there than a bowl of North Carolina chili. They're not giving Sunrider a sliver of a chance to catch up.
The race is heating up as Joe Ergu in 7th closes in on Raimo Pedersen. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they are going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. Mike is on fire in the last sector.
They'll be the ones celebrating at the finish line.
The leader has done it. What an incredible performance from Mike, who was simply untouchable today. This is a race that will go down in the history books. Followed by Superman, Sunrider, and Raimo Pedersen in 4th, 5th, and 6th. A nail-biting finish, but Renoper 99 claims 2nd place. In 7th, it's Joe Ergu. What a race from Smells Like We. They kept their cool and secured a well-earned 3rd place on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.